Evening folks, and you come for a blather. This week I've been working with some leather and I've been making masks for axes. Now I did try and film this one but nothing was going right. The rivets were all bending. The workman maybe blames his tools or the material, but I don't think I was doing anything differently. The rivets seemed a bit soft. We got them on eventually, but it wasn't without its caution. Anyway, I've prepped another one. We're sort of partially through making it, and I'll kind of explain where we're at and what we're doing. So I've got this one here made, it's cut out, but a wee popper goes on there. This is with the Sportsman's axe. Now how I do it, you get your piece of leather, roughly cut it to shape. You can make paper templates and things like that, but I don't go down that route. I just make it. So fold it on, get it sitting quite nicely, leave yourself room at the front here for your rivets. I put in another piece for the middle. This goes in between, and it kind of hopefully takes up the sharp part of the hatchet or axe. This flap here's for a popper stud. Just gave it that wee curve for a wee bit of patter, a wee bit of extra look. And I use divider here from 1883 to mark out where the holes are. And something like this, 4 rivets is ample, really is. Don't need any more than that. After I press the points of that compass, divider, whatever you want to call it in, I've just used this wee fine screwdriver to make a wee hole. There would be a nice wooden handled awl in here somewhere, no doubt, but I couldn't put my hand on it. So that's what I used. Got another 2 holes to punch here, so we'll do those as well. Now you can find loads of punches and things at the car boot sales, but I had bought a newer one because on some of the one I was using, some of these were bent and it wasn't making nice clean holes, so I will look for a really nice one, but this will do in the short term. So eye up where the holes are. Punched right through, nice. Next one. There we go. And my wee piece of protection for the cutting edge goes in as well. They're kind of lining up, that'll work. Maybe that one needs to go back a wee smudge. Nearly there. Now, back when I first started this channel, I had done a few bits of leather work showing the kind of the materials and tools a wee bit, so I will go over them again just now. This is the rivets going through. I see sometimes that the end of the rivet's got a much bigger chamfer, and that would really help with putting the washer on, because the washer going on has to go down nice and flat, and if it doesn't, it starts bending this soft copper, and that's what was happening to me earlier in the week. I did try and film it, and then I just gave up because I was spending so much time rectifying all the things that were going wrong. So they're all through there. Now this is the rivet setter and washer setter, so we use this, and this is Priory, made in England. It works pretty well. Found some older things from the auction for setting rivets and things. These are for a different tool, but a different type of rivet, and these are for setting the popper fasteners and things. So don't know if I'll get to use them at some point. They're in there, kept those. So we'll try and get these rivets set. I'm going to pause you a wee moment and move you up so you can see a bit better. Back again. So we'll find these washers now and look about setting these on. 4 washers. Like I say, I've not been having any good luck with these lately, so bear with me and we'll see how we go. Again, the washer has a wee flat side, so that's the bottom, and there's a tiny wee chamfered edge. Find that later. Tiny wee chamfered edge on the top side. So if you get them sitting properly before you start, that's half the battle. And only put on one at a time, because they jump off and then you lose them. So with the wee hole, try and line that up over the shaft of the rivet. And again, this isn't wanting to go down. I have actually been thinking that they've sent wrong rivets with the, or wrong washers with the rivets. But let's try and find something that is fitting, because it's proven quite difficult. Like I say, we'll try another one and I'll go back to that. It's going down now, but it's chewing. Once I get them down a wee bit, I'll change over to the wee anvil and set them properly, but just using this timber at the moment to get these down. Two down, not bad. So in the comments, tell me what you've been doing yourselves, what you've been making, what you've been finding. I have been looking at different rivets that seem to have a good taper to them. Those look like the washer will go on a lot better. But we're nearly there. But it's not just as easy as you would think. They're all on, so that's a good start. Get my wee anvil. Now, first one's chewed a wee bit. This just sets them down harder into the leather. Before I trim off the end of the rivet and pin it over with that round indentation there. Just going to go and grab a set of pincers. Here we go, nice pincers. You've seen these ones, these are the Crescent USA ones. So we'll chop that off. Wee bits of copper, we'll never be rich with copper and take it to the scrap metal man. We might have a pound or something eventually, but now when I chopped that first one, the washer jumped off, so you need to be careful with this, because they are very temperamental. These ones are anyway. I suppose better rivets are available. Right, I'm just going to go and give them all a wee setting so they don't jump off on me. And then I'll go over them all and round them off. So they will all end up looking rounded like that. Quite nice. So I'm going to stand up a wee bit, I think, for a wee moment and do this. Excuse the wee bit of vibration there. Nearly there. So that's them all set. Now this goes in here. It's looking okay, and when we go to put the popper on, we want to make this as tight as we can, because I've made this mistake before, just sort of folding it up, not making it tight. Then you put the fastener in, and you can, it's too slack and you can almost pull the axe out the mask. So make it as tight as you can. Get your wee sharp pokey thing and make a hole. Push it in so far that you get through both layers and indent the bottom layer. Now you also want to leave yourself plenty of room for your popper, your stud fastener, pop fastener, whatever you want to call this. So these are this size, so you want that looking nice sitting about there. So again, nip this up tight, get it kind of centered in your curved shape. Should do that there so you can see it. You'll see my wee indent there, and I've got through here. So now we punch that out, and I found when I done this the other day I needed a bigger hole, so we shall punch these out. There we go. And here. There you go. And now we put all these parts together. Now this comes with wee anvils and stuff as well, so wee anvil here. So this is the outside part, the button part, that's going through the front of the, no it's not, it's going through there, it's going through the curved part, button on the outside. This part goes over the stud, so that's going over here. Then you use this cup part to hold the button. And there's a couple of different tools in this. This is just a wee cheap set of fasteners and tools from Amazon, but they do work really well. Couple of taps, that's on, that's gone nowhere. Solid. Don't want to thump it too much because you can actually go right through it heavy handed, but that's pinned over in there. You can just see that catching the light, mushroomed over. So that's that part done. And then we find these other parts. This little long section here, that comes through from the bottom of that one. So that's through. There you go. Then the little dimple, that's on there. Now what you do is you put that spiky part under this, and you use this curved punch, put that over the dimple, put it over the dimple, and you tap it down just gently. You can distort this quite easily. And that'll be seated on there. But I also do a wee bit. That'll pop on there. So that's quite nice, but sometimes if you thumped it and you've actually sat that down a bit too much, there's a portion of this I have done that to turn that button round, and I use the edge of this and tap it the other way just to kind of alleviate that and get it back proud again a wee bit. So there we go, one axe mask. I hope that wasn't too arduous and too drawn out for you, but it's quite hard to film something like that in here. when we're side on and you're not looking at my hands, but it is what it is, and that's what we do in this old shed. And there you go, nice axe mask for the Estwing Sportsman's axe. Quite pleased with that. And what else you can do is, a good pal of mine, who is a very good maker of all sorts of things, he's told me that a bit of your own spit on here, and your little tool for burnishing the edge. This seals up the edge very nicely. I've done it before, done it when I made my leather sheath for my knife way back. You'll see that in the early videos. And that burnishes that edge up. And when it's your own, you don't mind your own slavers. So anyway, just a wee trick, but it certainly does work. Done that one earlier, that's sealed up nice. So kind of done these in the same leather. Gonna do another one for the Stanley half hatchet. I'll do another one with that. Use a different piece of leather, and we'll see how that goes. So this is a big long video. Hope you've all bared with it and got to the end. And if you did, you'll have saw this nice cover for the old Estwing hatchet. So thanks for bearing with me, thanks for watching all the blethers, and we'll catch up soon for more blethers from the shed.